Hi, and welcome back to Wicked Wands Tarot. My name is Carmen, and today we've got a reading for you about somebody who has, I'm definitely getting like gambling analogies, risked it all, or, like put it all on black and then red one. We have the Fool in the reverse with the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse. So it's a foolish decision or a course of action that, maybe you were hoping would go better, but it didn't. So there's a significant sense of loss for whoever has taken this gamble. And I feel like whoever I'm reading for, you're going to hear about this or you know about this. So let's call in spirit with a little bit of wind chime time. I hope you're having a great day. Hello there, Peggy. How are you doing? How are the kitties? If you're interested in a personal reading, my email address is in the description box below. Thank you to those of you recently who have made me smile with your kind compliments or just comments on how those personal readings go. I very much so appreciate that. Hello, Redbeard. Hello, Miss Selfless. Oh, you're one of the A1 day ones. How are you doing? Oh, did you, Peggy? Ooh, you better write it down. All right, we're going to start with the Tattoo Tarot. Let's see what else we have for you. Judgment, Six of Wands, Three of Wands. I made a decision because I wanted to be wealthy, or I made a decision because I wanted to be successful. And I took that action, or I did what I did because I was pretty confident I would win. I was pretty confident it would get whatever I was looking to get, right? Well, have you never played roulette before? It's not an option. What else do we have? I wasn't sure if I would like Vegas when I went because I've never really been one for gambling. But I will say that I do love roulette. Even just like watching other people play, it's kind of fun. I like probability. The Lovers, Two of Swords in the reverse, Six of Swords, and a Four of Swords. Lots of air energy. Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. Heavy on Gemini. I made a decision. Wasn't an easy decision, but it's what I needed to make. This feels like someone else. This feels like your energy and the person who wanted to, do whatever they needed to in order to win. Feel like that process or the thing that they did made you feel like you had to make a decision. What do I need to do? Because I don't think this is going to work for me. So if we run with the, gambling example, if you are living with this person, if you're in a relationship with this person, if you commingle your finances and they're out there being irresponsible with the money, you may get to a point where you say, okay, well, I guess I need to make a decision because I'm not really looking forward to having to be, wondering or worrying about whether or not the bills are paid for, because you might have made some foolish decision with regards to the money that we have. So maybe I need to remove myself from the situation. It feels like we have somebody making a difficult decision because they need to protect themselves from whoever is the, I want to be successful, but I came out as the Fool in the reverse. This is somebody who may have a tendency to believe in get-rich-quick schemes. Hello again, Laura. How's it going? Yeah, just a little breaky poo. Two of Wands, Four of Pentacles, and Temperance. This person felt like they had all the directions they needed in order to make this risk end the way they wanted it to, if it was a bet, you know? But Four of Pentacles makes me feel like somebody held back when they should have bet, or they bet when they should have been more reserved. They could have been a little high off of the environment, or literally like, you know, drinking. But this is somebody who made a decision that they shouldn't have. And because of that decision, I feel like there's a financial cost here, right? Some setback. It makes someone else have to make a decision. It doesn't have to be a romantic connection. This could be a boss. This could be a family member, or like I said, a roommate. But it's like, you know, I feel like I'm always fighting these battles because you're fighting those battles, or because you get into these situations. So in order to like save my own bank account, in order to protect my ability to stay in my apartment or whatever this is, I can't keep dealing with you because you create too much instability. There's a lack of reliability with regards to agreements specific to money. Hello, Andy. How's it going? Hello, Andrea. How's your day? Oh, I missed Christine. Hello, Christine. How's your day going? Four of Swords, Ace of Pentacles, Queen of Cups in the reverse. So if I'm not dealing with this person who's a bit codependent, or who expects me to clean up their messes, then the money that I make, or the money that I save, is going to be put to better use. I won't have to clean up the spill on aisle 9 because I will have moved out of the grocery store. There's just like, if I want to get away from the issues and you're not willing to deal with those issues, then I need to get away from you, right? Seven of Swords in the reverse, the Lovers, Star in the reverse. So now we have someone who has worked really, diligently to create this illusion that things are going to be fine. It's not as bad as it looks, or yeah, it's a big deal, but now they have to be honest with themselves, because what happened was bad enough that somebody is saying, I have to cut you off. Okay, so maybe this is rock bottom. Maybe this is actually a pretty big problem. So I think I need to slow down. I think I need to think about what's going on. This is a bit of a reality check, because somebody that you care about, or somebody that cares, about this. Oh, I call you. We call you the Lovers, but that's kind of weird because it's 2, right? You might be a Gemini. Whoever the person is that has, made a decision that resulted in a loss, I feel like they're on the cusp of making a decision to make this change, but they needed to see just how serious it was, because they were trying to lie to themselves. Oh, this isn't a big deal. It's not really having too drastic an impact on, my ability to pay the bills. But they weren't honest with themselves about how the connection with this other person was going. They keep, picking up the pieces or helping me get through difficult times. And I'm over here pretending like I should be taking credit for, oh, well, I manage. I hold it together. Wow. Do you? So a little kind of like a false image, right? I have some issues that I need to work on, but I'd rather see myself as quite accomplished. So again, with Temperance and the Moon. Look, this person does have the ability to create their own stability, or to be financially sound, but they need to be on their own first. So when they're dealing with whoever is, I feel like maybe an air sign, that kind of cleans things up for them or makes it easier for them, they kind of obscure, or they can't really see the fact that you are an actual emperor. You could take care of yourself. You don't need to rely on somebody to make things better, or you could, change those decisions that you've been making. But because we have somebody that's saying, that's it, I'm not going to like bail you out anymore. You're going to have to deal with your own issues. Now they're thinking, okay, well, maybe I do need to work on this. Maybe I've been causing some problems. This argument or this falling out makes it clear to them that they need to take action on this thing that they have previously kind of dismissed as not that big of a deal. This is the Marigold Tarot. Seven of Swords in the reverse again. Nine of Wands in the reverse. So if I am honest with myself, if I actually like read over this reality check, I guess the issue was that I kept making myself, deal with financial problems by not budgeting properly or by taking risks that weren't worth it, especially if it was something to do with gambling. And all I needed to do was address my mindset or change some rules for myself, maybe create some boundaries. And that would have avoided overstaying my welcome or really upsetting whoever this is, right? The air sign. You don't have to be an air sign, but that's a lot of air energy that came out for you. Here's more. Ten of Swords in the reverse. Seven of Wands in the reverse. Ace of Rings or Ace of Pentacles, and the Eight of Rings or Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. So now I realize that I was making you basically take care of me or clean up, whatever I couldn't handle. And if I want to be taken seriously, or if I really do want to be this Emperor energy or be successful, Six of Wands, then I need to quit taking these gambles or these risks. I need to be more stable in terms of the decisions that I make pertaining to my own money. I can't rely on other people, right? So Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. If this person has had some issues in terms of keeping a job, or maybe, not getting along with people at their job, they're seeing that there's a way they can approach this career or their professional life in a better way so as to maximize their take home or minimize the risk to their job security. Three of Rings, Three of Pentacles. What can I do to improve that? What can I do to be more competitive? This could be somebody who's now looking for a new job. I think I could make more per hour if I go over here. Maybe I should get this little certification and now I can apply for something else and make, $10 more per hour. They're stepping up because they realize for too long they were relying on others, and it feels much better when they're independent or when they can take care of themselves. How's it going, Ground Zero? Hello, Justin. How's your day? Three of Wands in the reverse. Nine of Swords and the Five of Cups. I didn't expect you to walk away. I didn't expect you to leave me to my own devices or make me have to figure out a way to be independent and on my own. But the truth is, I probably would have wasted a lot of my life if you hadn't done that, if you hadn't made it real clear to me that this is something I needed to work on. It's almost like hesitant gratitude, right? Like, it was a little bit harsh. You just like up and walked away and I had to figure out everything on my own. But to be honest, it was good for me because it showed me that I was capable of doing this all on my own. So it's like they're torn, right? Like, I'm mad at you, but also like, hey, thank you. That actually worked out quite well for me. Did I say hello to Jason? Hello, Steven. How are we doing? This is the Situations deck. Lockbox, closed in, trapped, and frustrated. This is very similar to the Eight of Swords. Somebody who's going through a situation and they don't necessarily see all of the options or paths ahead of them. And then we have the sold or moving card. Yeah, this feels to me like an anchor or somebody who helped me out in difficult times has decided they're moving away. Entrapment, pregnancy, money, and heartstrings. Because I feel like being this close, or I feel like if we live together, or if you rely too much on me and you take advantage of the fact that I care about you, that you'll never grow up or you'll never like take care of yourself. So this could be like a parent dealing with a child. Journal. Obsession and crushed. We might have an issue here where somebody had kind of unrealistic expectations because they were a little bit isolated or because they were a little influenced by, I don't know why I want to say they're influenced by like a movie series or like a television show. It's like if somebody watched Doctor Who, and I've never watched that show, so please be patient with me. But then after watching it, decided they needed to be Doctor Who. There's an obsession here that has driven someone to make decisions that are not so great. This could be tied to that drain on their finances or to things being difficult with the person they're related to or the person they've been in a relationship with. But now they're feeling alone. Nobody's there to help me. I have to do everything on my own. And it's basically because I was really only thinking about what was an important situation for me. And I wasn't really considering the person who was trying to help me or take care of me. So we have recalling, reminiscing, memories, and returning, and roller coaster in the reverse. So this is somebody who feels like they are currently or they have recently hit rock bottom, that things are really challenging for them and they're thinking back on how great they used to have it. All right, this is the Kipper. What else do we have? I have to imagine that's true. So we have great fortune in the reverse, lines up with that 10 of Pentacles in the reverse. This could be somebody who is losing out on a pretty significant connection. Now it says marriage in the reverse. This could mean a few things, okay? It doesn't have to be someone's literally going through a divorce and that's who these two individuals are. It could be that, obviously. But it could also be, you know, I thought it would work out for my grown child to rent the basement, but it has ended up causing issues in my relationship. Or, you know, now their stepfather is moving out. There's some sort of falling apart or implosion, or I've got to do something that's right for me because you keep making things difficult. So because it's been so difficult, we have to change this scenario. We have to change this situation. But I do feel like there's a relationship that suffers as a result. We have journey in the reverse, somebody who is stagnant or has not necessarily been able to maybe leave or make progress in their professional life. We have family room. They may have been dependent on their family. And unexpected income. So there's an opportunity here, and that's part of why things have been happening the way they have. Keep in mind, we had the Ace of Rings, the Ace of Pentacles, unexpected income. And yes, we've also had the loss, right? 10 of Pentacles in the reverse, great fortune in the reverse. This is saying whoever relates to this, you know, Fool in the reverse, you have been put in a situation where you're being made to see quite clearly that you were dependent on somebody else or that you wanted somebody else to fix the problems for you. Now this person has, put down the boundaries and said, I'm not here to like solve your problems. You're going to have to do that by yourself. And even though it was a challenge, even though it made somebody feel sad or crushed, I feel like the air sign, whoever relates to this, like Two of Swords and the reverse Six of Swords, having to make a change because you can't enable this person anymore. Please forgive yourself. You did what you have to do, right? You have to take care of yourself. You can't like go down with this person if they're headed to rock bottom. I like elevator rides as much as the next person, but rock bottom doesn't really sound like a fun destination. So I feel like you do need to forgive yourself for not sticking with this person through the entire elevator ride, okay? They needed to visit rock bottom on their own so that they could pick themselves back up, recognize their own courage, their own strength, and rebuild. And now there's a blessing or an opportunity coming to them that is going to help them with confidence because it is something they can build on their own instead of something that they got from someone else, right? This is the signs of the times. Hi, Key Controller. What's happening? Did I say hello to Andy? What else do we have? This one again. So we have a lot of disruptive energy apparently this week. A lot of people putting their foot down or saying, it's not for me. No, I don't like that. The thing is, because our air sign, whoever you are, I kind of want to call you a Gemini because we had the lovers come out a few times, but I don't want to exclude people. Look, you had to let a little bit of distance or separation happen because this person needed to acknowledge that they were capable of finding opportunities on their own or making their own way. So I don't want you to feel guilty. This disruption is actually good because now it's got them thinking about what they could potentially do or what they could potentially create. So yes, it requires a little bit of patience. You may be over here like, oh, have you ever like paid somebody to move something really expensive and big? Great question, Carmen. Did you think about that one for a while? So I've moved a lot more than I would like. And by the way, heads up, I'm going to be moving again shortly. So there'll be some interruption to the programming, but I'm going to do whatever I can. Okay. Like when I paid somebody to move my like bedroom furniture in particular, because I would have destroyed that mirror. You have to resist the temptation to make your own popcorn or have a nice beverage and sit there in a lawn chair and be like, okay, 2 inches to the left. Almost. Yay. But it's also a mix of like, man, I'm so glad I'm not moving that. That looks really heavy and that looks painful. Or, oh, did you just knock your knee on that table? To, oh, please don't dip that. Oh, did you hit that? Is it broken now? Right? I feel like it's somebody who's sitting there trying to remain composed as something really expensive. Let's pretend it's an art piece, right? Giant painting, beautiful frame, and movers are moving it. And it's like, that costs more than your whole life. Like it's not a real thing, but it's somebody who's feeling like it's really difficult to hold back and let this person make their own decisions. Are there going to be dents? Are there going to be scratches? Yeah, there are. It's okay. You'll be okay. We've got joy. This person needs to go through this. They are going to grow as a person and become more confident of what they are capable of doing all on their own, not needing to rely on somebody else to make everything happen for them, right? Like some of those parents out there are realizing maybe they should let their children submit their own job applications. God help us. So blessings to you. Whoever you are, I keep referring to you as the air sign. It's because you're logical, right? It's not easy to let this person learn how to swim on their own or ride a bike on their own. But because you've stepped away they are now taking responsibility for the action required within their own life instead of requiring you to do that, right? Oh, thank you, Andy. Well, then it might be you. Hello, Realm of Bedlam. How are you doing? Meow. All right. That's number 17, by the way. What else do we have? Oh, I like it. So you step away, you let somebody make their own decisions. It's not easy. They used to rely on you. And when they start taking action for themselves, when they start applying for jobs themselves, working for things themselves, that's when things go well. They take action and they do become successful, even though they were on kind of a not so great track or a path before that was a little concerning, right? So keep the faith. Sometimes you have to let somebody, kind of take a leap of faith, or sometimes you have to trust that somebody that you love is going to make the right decision, pursue the right path, because telling them to take that path is not going to be as effective as letting them choose it. So we have romance. This is either a connection that's struggling, like it's a romantic connection. You have to step away and let this person figure out their own finances. Or like I said, a parent-child, where maybe there's a relationship that is strained for the parent because they are dealing with this person who doesn't really know how to be quite independent, or they hadn't, right? But we have romance and victimhood. A strain on a romantic connection because there's somebody here who has been playing the victim, or who has been asking the air sign to step up and make things fair for them, right? If I trip and fall and bruise my knee, can I clean and put a bandage on my own knee, or am I going to cry and make you do it for me? Guess what? You can do it yourself. So this is about independence. Capabilities, aptitude, you can do it yourself kind of thing, right? I feel like there's a cheerleader in the background, like, hey, you. I don't have the right words, but it's like, you don't need other people. You can just do it yourself. I know, I'm working on it, but I have these pom-poms and a cute little skirt. Does it work? There's somebody that's like, I'm just trying to cheer you on. Like, I could do this for you. I could make it look real great. I could even like pack a nice little lunch for you in a paper bag. But I'm kind of hoping that you'll figure out how to do this like on your own. It's like, for some of you, this is a person who has previously struggled to keep things clean, like their house clean. And when there's nobody to clean up after them, they get disgusted enough with the status of their living situation that they decide to finally learn how to clean. So we have commitment, foundation, and pride. Yep. So there could be a relationship that is impacted by this person who might be a little bit lazy. The family security or established, even the foundation word, kind of seems to be a hint towards a, domicile, living situation. But we had to address this ego, somebody who's being stubborn, someone who maybe felt like they shouldn't have to clean up after themselves. They shouldn't have to pay their own bills, whatever it is. This is something that now they are challenging, or they're seeing differently, because they realized that they were causing problems for somebody who was trying to help them. I may have been so focused on what it was like to live my own life that I forgot to think about the fact that maybe I was causing you problems within your own life, and I didn't want to do that. I think we have a shift because somebody realizes, if I want this person in my life and they're a good person, then I can't continue to be selfish. I have to let go of this desire to be a pain in the butt. So we've got confiding at the bottom of that intimacy card. It makes me feel like this person decides, I'm going to have to apologize to the air sign. I'm going to have to tell them I understand now why you had to step away. I understand why you needed to take a break, or why, maybe you were questioning why I was making the decisions that I was making. Maybe I spent too much money on a hobby, or I was getting into gambling, and I wasn't willing to listen to you. But because you stepped away and you let me deal with the consequences of my own actions, I realize now that you were right. Hello, Bumface. How are you doing? Did you just say Gemini airhead? Oh gosh, you're killing me. Yeah, I don't have actual pom-poms, but if one of y'all want to make that happen for me, just, yeah, let me know. They would have to be green, I think. Maybe black. Black's a good color. So we have karma, right? Somebody feeling the weight of their own actions finally, because there is no longer somebody who's like, oh, I can carry that for you. No, it's got to be you, right? And now they're starting to think about long term. Okay, so if I want to have that person in my life, whether it's a romantic connection or a family connection, then I have to like pick up some of these pieces. I have to learn a lesson or two, so that, they don't feel like I'm just using them or taking advantage of them. But there's also this obsession, right? We had obsession come out, and now this card says obsessing. So what was it that I have been so focused on that I was willing to kind of destroy a connection with somebody who wanted to be caring towards me? Hex, witchcraft, negative mind. We do have spying, and I'm real drawn to it. Whoever this codependent person was who has discovered their independence, they may have had a curse placed on them that made them obsess over something. Or this could be somebody who was spying on someone, trying to see if their spell had taken effect. Neither of them's like great. I don't aspire to either of those things. But we have rejection, abandoned, dismissed, and irrational fear. They needed to work through whatever this curse or dark energy was and acknowledge that there is a way to cleanse, right? This curse is clarifying the healing card, which talks about a need to let go, release, or even cleanse the energy. So I think they're realizing there's things they can do so that they're able to focus on what they need to. But they had previously been pretty focused on hiding this part of their life, or not wanting to let anybody know what was really going on with them. Oh, goody. It's the twin flame card. This could be the very beginning of the twin flame journey for somebody. You may not know it yet, or, your person may not know it. But I do feel like this issue that somebody's had in terms of codependency is something that is going to be kind of a major feature with regards to the twin flame journey. How can you become more focused on your own path and less focused on others? Again, we have this desire to be spying. I told you I was drawn to that word spying, and now we have the spying card. So social network, information, ways, self-growth, self-focused, and soul finding. So maybe we have somebody who's stepping away from watching everybody on social media. Maybe we have somebody who is reinvesting in some hobbies that get them outdoors or help them to improve that mental and physical health, right? Because it's like, you're not going to get somebody to love you by being obsessed with them. This could be, like I said, the start of a twin flame journey. Maybe one person is very interested and therefore obsessing, and that really dominated their time and made it difficult for them to, pay the bills. But now they're realizing, if I want anything to work in terms of romance, I need to make sure that I work on myself. How can I, find my path? How can I grow from the experiences that I've had? So we've got mistakes, misunderstood, victim, and lost soul. I realize now that I was wanting to be seen as a victim so other people would do things for me, but it's not the energy I want to do anymore. I'm going to take care of myself, make some changes, and be more independent. And I don't know that they're going to let go completely of that ego. I think there's probably still going to be a little remaining, but I think they understand now that the ego was what got in the way of their being able to make the situation work without having to hit rock bottom. And yet they have some appreciation for hitting rock bottom, helping them to identify the path forward they needed to go, right? I don't know if there really are any black pom-poms out there, but you know, Halloween vibes. This is the gold foil tarot. 10 of Cups in the reverse. The Devil. So because you were obsessed with something, because you were not willing to do right by your obligations or your responsibilities, this person got kicked out or this person's relationship ended. Them's the rules. Page of Swords and the Three of Pentacles. So if I'm honest with myself, I need to make sure that I have enough money. I need to go get a job. I need to go make more money. I need to do this thing that I've been procrastinating on. So I hit rock bottom. I don't have any other choice. I have to work. I can't ask somebody to solve this for me. King of Wands, standing up, taking action. Ace of Cups in the reverse, begrudgingly. I used to have somebody that would do things for me, but I don't, so I guess I'll do them. And initially it's like a problem, right? Like I'm grumpy and cursing your name. And then I realized, you know, like maybe this is just part of being an adult and I could actually be more successful or have a better life if I learned how to do this. And I should just stop whining. So props to you because you are being honest with yourself. You're saying, you know, maybe I was a little bit entitled. Maybe I felt like my life should be a cakewalk. This person walking away really did help me understand that I was being codependent and I would much rather be independent, right? Oh, it's a black cat. Can you see it? Can't tell, sorry. It's, my mom gave it to me, but it's supposed to be for Hambone because she gave it to me right after he passed away. And it glows in the dark, which is pretty cool. I think I got it in Nashville. I want to say it was the like aquarium store or something in that one mall. You know what I mean. All right, this is the Golden Art Nouveau. Nice. Yes, I do miss the little guy. What else do we have? All right, so we have the Nine of Wands in the reverse and the Fool in the upright. And I know some of you might be like, well, it's still a fool. That's a bad thing, right? No, this is a new approach, not being willing to stay stuck, play the victim, or keep making the same mistakes. I'm going to get up off my feet and I'm going to figure it out. So this is, I'm going to take care of it. I'm not going to rely on others. I'm not going to wait until somebody actually like picks me up and, you know, tells me what to do. It's not about never falling or never failing. It's about your tenacity. Can you, after you have some sense of failure or after you fall down, can you get right back up? And if you want some inspiration, just think about that story I told you about falling all the way down in the middle of a 2-story bar, a set of stairs. And then I got right back up, you guys. I even danced and then tripped on a rug within 30 seconds after that. So it'll probably go better for you. Ace of Swords. Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, this is a really important time for this Fool in the reverse. I kind of want to start calling them the Nine of Pentacles. They understand now that being independent and not asking for help from others has a huge value and it makes them feel more confident. So they want to do whatever they can to be more responsible. They may be completely quitting whatever this obsession is, or maybe they're, accepting that there's some separation with this person. I'm going to focus on myself. I'm going to get to a place where I feel good about what I've got going on. And then that's what will enable me to get what I want in my life. Because they see now that they were effectively blocking themselves by being so heavily dependent on others, or, not really caring if they made mistakes or put themselves in a risky situation. Knight of Swords in the reverse, World in the reverse, and Justice. More air energy. So I maybe hit rock bottom. I maybe felt like things were really unfair. I maybe threw like a little bit of a pity party for myself. But the important thing is I got back up. I figured out just how strong I am, that I don't need to have, all these other people helping me out, or this one person in my family paying my bills. I've got what it takes. So they're going to be more independent now. This is a big win for them. High five. I'm very proud of you. I feel like you're ahead of your age group, but don't let that go to your head, okay? All right. I love you all. Thank you for the likes and the subscribes. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I hope to see you on the next reading. Toodles.